What's going on, y'all? This is OBB, the Diecast News Guy, bringing you guys with the return of an INDYCAR Diecast review. Yes, I still got some to review. As you guys know, next month is the wonderful month of May, which, oh, gee whiz, I can only imagine what time it is. Oh, probably am ready for the All-Star race, right? Ready for, the Darlington Throwback Weekend? No, sir. As you guys know, every year since 2015, I have gone to this special 500-mile race, not the Daytona 500. It is the Indy 500, guys, and I just love that race so much with all my heart, and I just want to go ahead and start reviewing some IndyCar stuff right away because, gotta get the hype going. And in today's review, this is on a diecast that actually did ran the Indy 500, and he is planning to return for this year's Indy 500, and it is on the man, the myth, the legend. This is on TK, guys. Tony Kanaan's 2021 American Legion Honda Dallara Ford Chip Ganassi Racing. Tony Kanaan actually drove this car for like 4 races, or I think the plan was that Jimmy Johnson, as you guys know, Jimmy Johnson ran the 48 car at the street and road courses for last year in his debut in his rookie debut year in the NTT IndyCar Series. But the deal was that Tony Kanaan was going to drive ovals. And that's what happened. And Tony Kanaan actually drove the American Legion car, I believe, at 2 races, if I'm not mistaken, which was pretty cool. I think it was Texas and the Indy 500. I think the other 2 races were Bryant, and he drove the NTT Data car, but we'll get into more in a second, guys. But let me tell you what, man. As you guys know me, I'm a big fan of military-sponsored cars. And this one is really cool, guys. And I just love, this is definitely a true Memorial Day livery right here. Truly amazing. Now getting out to the back of the diecast right here, you got red, white, and blue, a patriotic. And if you guys want to pause the video, go ahead and read that so you can learn more about TK. I mean, this guy is an absolute legend in the IndyCar series. I'll probably tell you more about him in a second. I'm just going to kick off this diecast review and the official unboxing of Tony Kanaan's 2021 American Legion car. And alrighty, guys, we got this diecast out of this box, and man, this is such a cool livery. It's just not even funny. I mean, is it the best 48 livery scheme that we got? No, in my opinion, I still think Jimmy Johnson's Blue Steel Carvana scheme is still probably my favorite. But this is probably a good second, and then maybe the original Carvana livery. But my God, guys, it's pretty cool to see Tony Kanaan return. I mean, it was cool that he was able to drive for the old races, but I believe so far he's only scheduled to drive for this year's Indy 500, as I think he did said he may be up there in age, guys, and he's not running full time anymore, but he says he's still got plenty of 500s left in him, which, I can't blame him because, as you guys know, Tony Kanaan, is the 2004, IndyCar Series champion and the 2013 Indianapolis 500 champion, which, I know a lot of people did not like that race because it ended under yellow, but you guys can't just... My buddy Racing 2011 is a huge Kanaan fan, and, I was on a Skype call with him, and when I saw the finish of the 2013 Indy 500, I was like, okay, that is awesome. It just shows you just how important and how just amazing this race is, because this guy was chasing like 12 or 13 years of finally getting this win, and it finally happened. Let me tell you what, man, Tony Kanaan, there's a reason why he's a fan favorite. He just shows so much love and support to this, not only the series, but also to Indianapolis. It's not even funny. The people in Indianapolis, he's from Brazil, but I feel like Indianapolis is just like another home to this guy because he's just so compassionate with the fans, man. And I've met him several times. He is just he's quite the character, man. He may have a big head and a big nose, but heck, he he knows how to put that into good use, especially running on those ovals, man. And Tony Kanaan was just, I would say probably one of the best oval racers that we had in the the early days before the IndyCar series got reunified. Just Kanaan, man, and it's just so cool that there's still sponsors like 7-Eleven and Bryant have stayed with him throughout this whole time, and right now, I don't know what number he's going to be driving because you guys know Jimmy Johnson's going to be driving the 48 car, but I think American Legion is going to be backing him up again. And you guys probably wonder what is American Legion, but I will get into more of this in a second. I'll show you guys a nice 360 view of this livery. Really cool, and it has something to do, with it has something to do with being American. But yeah, the American Legion, I guess they are like this not-for-profit organization, which I believe they actually have an American Legion that's by my work. So I've seen that before. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. That's Tony Kanaan's sponsor. But I think what they were doing, and I think they're planning to do this again. I think they're basically doing like a fundraiser or something that's like because. Fun fact, this car is basically best to all the veterans out there. Apparently, this is a stat from American Legion. They said that, I think every minute or so, or like for like the last few years or so. Every minute, I think 20 veterans like end their lives from suicide, and that's pretty fucked up. It really is. Because you guys know me. I mean, I'm a huge supporter of the veterans and everyone who has served. It definitely takes a toll on your body. I mean, I've seen it happen to my dad, and he does 14 years, and he's 80% disabled now, and I've seen all the effects it's done to him, and I'll never join the military, but let me tell you what, man, I will always support it behind my back. And that's cool that, the American Legion is going out and they're showing their support and just basically trying to help save lives, guys. They are, because, I don't think the veterans really get enough support to the general public. I mean, it's cool that you got sport organizations like, NASCAR and INDYCAR, and I think even the NFL does it as well, I think, that just, I don't know, they show support to their veterans, and I just find that really cool, man. And especially on Memorial Day, we have to honor those that we lost. I think it's pretty cool. So let me tell you what, man. If Tony Kanaan ends up crossing this finish line and winning in this American Legion livery, I'll probably get a little emotional. I mean, Kanaan's not really my favorite driver, but he has my respect for what he is doing. But this is just a cool livery. But, there are some quality issues. I do got to say, like, you see, it does have a working suspension, and we do got a nice little smear right here on the windshield. Greenlight Collectibles, their quality control is not as bad as Lionel, but it could be a hit or miss sometimes. But, and for some odd reason, I think this is the second year in a row I've seen this. I don't know what happened to the 7-Eleven car right here, but you see right there, it doesn't look like a 7. It's just like, part of a 7. There's supposed to be like another part of the 7 right there, if you know what I mean. It just looks like a curved 1. I don't know what happened right there. But the decaling does look a little sloppy in my opinion, but it could be a little worse. There's nothing right there on the arrow screen right there, but American Legion. I like how even the under tray of the car also has has a decal around it. That's pretty cool. I thought this was a decal error at first, but no, that's actually how the livery is. I mean, my OCD is going crazy, be like, oh, that doesn't look right, but that's part of the livery. You see Brian's American Legion. I mean, I don't know, this diecast just looks really cool, guys. When they first showed this livery, I was like, wow, this is really cool. I like this. The blue steel car, I think, still is my favorite, but you can also see right there, yeah, the decal is kind of chipping off a little bit right there. I mean, give Greenlight some slack right there, but yeah, they're starting to, you see some paint smear right there. So yeah, Greenlight's quality control, it's starting to get a little bad. It's starting to. I mean, especially I think I've noticed that ever since they introduced the aero screens. I mean, I know I've been praising Greenlight like crazy, but their quality control is a little bit better, but not by much. I mean, but it's a lot better than what than the NASCAR diecast that we get from Lionel. But still some great detail right here, guys. I even like how they even painted the rear wing all red, and then there's a little bit of white. But yeah, Tony Kanaan, if I'm not mistaken, I don't think he led any laps in this car, if I'm not mistaken. Like I said, he only drove this car for 4 races. But with the American Legion sponsorship, I think he actually got a top 10 at last year's Indy 500. So that's pretty cool. I think he finished 10th, finished 15th, I think, and well, I think he actually started 5th, I think, so he was in the front row, but didn't really have the best car, in my opinion, and there's a paint chip right there on the E for Firestone. That doesn't sound fantastic at all. I didn't realize there was even some sponsors right here down the bottom, right here where the front suspension is. And what's the dim number on this? 1429. So if those are your bingo numbers or your lottery numbers, congratulations, 1429. You lucky bastards. But I just like that, guys. Even the livery looks cool. I like these little lines right here that kind of outline the engine cover. I don't know, it just kind of gives this car a nice little pizzazz look when you're looking up on the, I would call this like the helicopter view. But I would say this would be a diecast. I think later down the road, I think it will dry up. I think a lot of people will be like, oh yeah, Tony Kanaan drove the 48 car. Especially if he ends up getting that second Indy 500 win. I know this car will dry up eventually. But if you guys end up seeing it, and if you guys actually see it at Gutswear, it definitely is a great place. I would recommend checking out. They are the main supplier for the Greenlight Collectibles IndyCar diecast for that reason. But hey, that Gutswear is the way to go if you want to get this. But you can also find them at Circle B Diecast if they're still in stock, because they sell like crazy. GP Diecast has them too on eBay, but I'll provide all those links down in the description if you guys want to see that. I got one more IndyCar Diecast review to show you guys, and that would be the Santino Ferrucci Hy-V car, which, I will have some more information about that car, because there's something cool about that sponsor that we got to talk about when we get to that review. But comment below if you guys want to see that review. Let's just go wrap up the Diecast review, the official unboxing of Tony Kanaan, 2021 American Legion, Honda Delara, Ford Chip Ganassi Racing, Kamala Scribe, and this has been OBB. I will see you guys next time on another fantastic, just like that Firestone logo, INDYCAR Diecast review.